Hello, this is your brother, Makabi Yashar. I pray and hope everything is well with you and your family. I wanted to share a couple of video clips with you all, taken from the documentary entitled Reclaiming the Throne. It's a 3-part documentary. I think it's made by D28 Production Company. And these brothers that put this documentary together did a lot of research, did a lot of homework, reading, studying different documents, historical documents. So I encourage you to go and watch the documentary. You can watch it on YouTube. You can watch it on Tubi. It's free. So I want to encourage you to go and watch it. But for those of you who have not watched it, I wanted to share a few clips with you from their documentary. And all copyrights belong to D28 Production Company and the authors and composers of this documentary. I just want to once again just encourage you to go and watch it. It's a phenomenal piece of work. So I just want to just encourage you to find out who you are. And I know who we are. I know who most of us are here in America, and also spread across the world, because we've been scattered. We've been scattered all over the world. So I want to share a few clips with you, and pray and hope that it would bless you. It will encourage you. It will encourage you to do your own research and do your own searching. So I just wanted to share it with you. So enjoy the clip, and may Yahuwah bless you and keep you.
For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people, for my heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. They have gambled for my people, and have given a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine that they may drink. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians.
So when we're talking about the curses of Israel, there's a few things you need to know before you can go into the curses of Israel. First, you have to understand the scriptures from an ancient perspective, and you have to understand what a covenant is. Now, whenever two nations or two people was going to come together, they would make an agreement and they would make a covenant. They would also have witnesses that will witness to the agreement or the terms and conditions of the covenant. In the covenant, they would set blessings if you abide by it, and they would set curses if you would break the covenant. Not only was they making a covenant with each other, but they actually was making a covenant with their lineages, their bloodline, their family, everybody that was within that person. You can actually see this in the scriptures. As when the Most High made a covenant with Adam, he made a covenant not just with him, but everybody that was inside of Adam, his generation. And as you go, you're through the scriptures, you will see it more with Abraham. He made a covenant with Abraham, not only with that, with Isaac, and also with Jacob, into the 12 tribes of Israel. And then when you look into Deuteronomy 29, when the nation of Israel was coming into a covenant with the Most High, Moses was the mediator, and Moses said, I am making a covenant with you this day, your tribes, your captains, your children. Not only with you do I make this covenant, but he said with future Israelites that he making a covenant with. So this is how I know that this covenant, or the consequences or blessing, it passed down to the children. Right? And this is why he says that I visit the iniquities of the father upon the children until what? The third and fourth generation of those that hate me. So when you go back to Adam, when Adam messed up in the garden, his consequences affected his lineage. And this is why it's important to understand that the things that we do can affect everybody that's inside of us. This is why he told the Israelites, he said, today I set before you a blessing and a curse. He said, choose life that you and your seed may live. So things that one generation do will pass down to the next generation. So we must understand that, because he said when you break these covenants, he said these covenants shall be a sign upon you and upon your seed. How long? Forever. So this is why it's important for us that are the children of Israel to understand what happened in ancient times that has passed down to the day, so we can see the problems and the circumstances of what we're going through. Because we always have wondered, why are we hated? Why were we lynched? Why these things seem like we can never get above? Why it seems like we the tail? But when you search it out, you understand that it's all about a covenant that we made with the Most High. He said, I'm going to take a people unto myself. I'm going to give them my laws and my statutes and my commandments so the earth can know my mindset, right? But he said, when I make this covenant with you, he said, if I give you these terms and conditions, if you obey them, I'm going to make you above only and not beneath. But if you disobey them, then the consequences of this covenant would not just be upon you, it'll be upon your children. So now, lo and behold, we see the problem that we have in America, the problem that we have on the four corners. We are under the curses of an ancient covenant that was set before time, that has passed down all the way to the children, just like we are under the curses that Adam messed up, that was passed down unto all of Adam's children. So now we see that these curses, notice how these curses are written in the scripture. It said these curses shall come upon thee. What does that mean? While you're in the land, you have specific curses that are to the land, that your crops was not going to come to fruition, that your king was going to be taken, that you was going to be besieged, right? Then he said these curses shall pursue you. That means anywhere that you go, if you're scattered, these curses is coming to pursue you and do what? Overtake you until you be destroyed. So these are the things that we are dealing with. These are the things that have been following our lineage. We wonder why we hate it. We wonder why we are living in a land that don't give regards to the old or to the young, because of something that was spoken, an oath that was spoken over us before we was even born, that now we understand. So how? What was going to be his whipping stick? He said, you provoke me to jealousy. Well, following other gods, and I'm going to provoke you to jealousy, to put you under a people that was not going to give regard for you, to put you under a people that was going to take you to a land with language that you didn't understand, that was going to dominate you. And what nation did he send first? He sent Assyria. Then he sent Babylon. Then he sent Persia. Then he sent the Grecians. Then he sent the Romans all the way to America. But you can really first look at this even in the book of Judges. Every time they would break the covenant, he would send another nation in, and then they would cry for deliverance, and then he would redeem them. So this is why we was taken to America. This is why we was taken to the four corners of the earth, and that we was in captivity. Even our Messiah, Yahusha, who the world known as Jesus, prophesied a captivity outside all the other ones, outside of Assyria, outside of Babylon, outside of Greek, outside of Roman. He said there shall be a nation that's going to come in and lead you into captivity into all nations. Then now we got to look in history after he spoke that what nation was led into captivity in the four corners of the earth. And you have to look at the transatlantic slave trade. See, among these nations, you will have no rest. You will be getting killed from the time that you step foot on this nation. First of all, how you was going to get there. And the scripture says you was going to get there through ships. But even on those ships, from those ships, you was getting killed and thrown overboard. And then all the way to America now, where you're getting killed in the streets, you're getting beat, you're getting burned, you've been lynched, you've been castrated. He said, among these nations, the psychological curses that'll be upon you, you will have no ease at all. Now, name me a 15-year period since we have been here over 400 years that we have had ease. Through every time period, we have been persecuted. Every time period, we have been killed. Even up to the day in 2020, we still have to declare Black Lives Matter, because the same thing that was going on when we first got here is still going on now. We still have chains up on us, letting us know that this is the consequences from an ancient oath that we made, that we're dealing with now. Our life shall hang in doubt of thee. From the time that we have got here, our life was hanging in doubt to the day when you get pulled over by the police. Your life is hanging in doubt. You don't know whether to reach for your license, whether to reach for your registration, because everything that we have tried to do to comply, we have been killed for. Eric Garner, Trayvon Martin, George Floyd, all these different aspects of things that we have been tried to do, our life will hang in doubt, not even just with oppressors, but even with ourselves and our own neighborhoods, walking through our own neighborhoods. What? Because of the curses, like the scriptures say, oppression makes a wise man mad. It was a point in time throughout our history that we was wise people, but oppression has made us killers of our brothers, murderers of our sisters, where our life hanging doubt of us even in our own neighborhoods. We are getting international terrorism through other nations, and then domestic terrorism within our own neighborhoods. The scriptures is speaking for itself. Our life is hanging in doubt of us. See, the scripture said that we shall betroth a wife and another man shall lay. Can you imagine marrying a woman and a slave owner owns her, that treats her like his property? So even on your wedding night, he comes in and takes his property, have sex and rape her like the scripture said, and you will have no might or no power in your hand to do it. He put his imprint on her. But that was spoken of in ancient times, that this would happen, that the Most High was just saying, if you just keep my covenant, I will keep you from these things. He's saying that you will plant a vineyard and you would not gather the grapes. That was foreign to our people. Because every vineyard in ancient times that we planted, we gathered the grapes. It was for our people. But to plant a vineyard, cotton, tobacco, sugarcane, all these things where big businesses and the wealth of America was built off this thing, we received nothing for it. So this is what the scripture was explaining. These are the curses that we ain't just pulling out of nowhere. This stuff is real that you can see, that's supposed to get your attention and ask, why is these things happening? And it'll return you to the same book that you've been rejecting. Your identity, even the curses of your identity. The scripture says that you would discontinue from your heritage. What's in your heritage? Your language, your customs, your culture, all these things that said you would discontinue from. You'll be a people wondering who you are, where your identity and nationality is changing every 2 years. First you black, then you colored, then you Afro-American, then you African-American. What's going to be our next nationality in the next years? But the scriptures prophesied that we wouldn't know that, because we broke an oath that was passed down to our lineages.